Hello, good morning. Thanks for watching. Elise makes a bunch of videos. It is 9 a.m. on, I believe, the 17th of May. I'll find out when I upload this video because I'll probably not put a title in. I've been real lazy with my update videos in terms of titles. But yeah, just what's going on with me. I spent Saturday night in Russell. Came back here to Kerry on Sunday. It was supposed to be Friday and Saturday, but it turned into just Saturday. Yeah, I spent the night at my boyfriend's. I was supposed to get him to look at my car for an initial assessment to see if I need just the CV boot or if I actually need like the joints or anything else inside the boot. But because it ended up being just one night instead of 2 nights, it would have been a bit of a stretch. Plus it was raining all weekend, so it's not a great time to be taking apart joints of your car, and it's not super crucial, so we just sort of decided, no, it'll be alright. Plus I had no plans at the time. So the original plan was that I'd come back Tuesday and spend a couple nights. But then as it happens, while I was there, one of my old employers called me and said that his sort of relative was looking for people to help her work on her cucumber farm, which is indoors in 2 giant greenhouses, or hothouses as they call them here, and I think they're just planting now, so I imagine it'll be a lot of like weeding and maybe moving soil. I don't really know, but I think I've done enough gardening that it'll be like pretty straightforward. It's only sort of 3 days a week. This week I'll be coming in on Tuesday for my first day, so that's tomorrow. And then Thursday, Friday. So then probably Friday night I will head to Russell. And then Saturday, Michael can look at the CV boot situation to see what's going on, put some grease in it, and wrap it all up so that there's no more like dirt or water or particles getting in to the joint itself, because it is cracked. And then once we know what parts I need, I can get the parts. But luckily opening it up to look at it, as long as it's put back together, I should be able to just drive it for a little while more. Just being careful around corners. It's the right front tire, so it's not a huge big deal, other than every once in a while when I make a really sharp right turn it makes noise. But I don't think it's too bad because it doesn't just make noise all the time, which would indicate a bigger problem, I believe, is the idea. So yeah, more car update video. How do all my videos turn into that? Anyways, hopefully that will be a good result in the next few weeks. I think the part will be around $100 or so, maybe 100 like New Zealand dollars, probably a bit more. But it'll be really good if I can get my boyfriend to do it. It'll be like very much worth it, whereas I think if I do it in the shop it'd be like probably 500 or so with labor and everything. So that'll be good. Then it'll be happy, and I think that's all that needs doing for the next Warrant of Fitness, which really isn't until October, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, that's the car update and work update, and we're in level 2 for quarantine in New Zealand now, which means more businesses can open. So my backup plan was to try and get back into the pack house when the green kiwi fruit season opened. I'd really rather work in the orchard if I had to pick, but I didn't want to call them right away because I knew that if there was work, like now, and then I called and said I wanted work, they'd want me to start right away, and then, yeah, so, so yeah, I was looking for, like, a little bit of time off, seeing as we just, like, we're flat out at the end of the yellow kiwi fruit season pretty much every day, 6 days a week. So, yeah, this cucumber thing will be perfect because it's only 3 days a week. I imagine they're not full days. Wait and see, I guess. I don't even know what the pay is. I imagine it's probably minimum wage. Hopefully. I know some people like to pay cash and then they like think it's okay to pay less because then you're not paying taxes or something, but like, yeah, that would be not ideal. So yeah, everything is good at the moment. I've readjusted to daytime schedule, sleeping at night, which is really good. Before I left a bunch of laundry on the line back there and didn't take it down, so it's been raining the last few days, so it's got like several extra rinses that it didn't need. So it'll be very rinsed. Yeah, so today I've got a few little errands that I need to do. I need to make some phone calls to return some stuff, and I was just gonna organize my room a little bit, although I did a big clean out at the end of last week before I left. But yeah, just that like final little bit of putting stuff away and dusting the tables that are getting all dusty, and then hopefully run a vacuum through a little bit and just have it all like nice, because I did my sheets and my laundry and put away most of it, but there's still just like random stuff everywhere. Yeah, also a little bit annoying because the cat peed on my bag. So anything that I was storing in there is now just everywhere. So I'm gonna have to find new homes for that. I've been rinsing the bag out. I should have just left it somewhere to be rained on for 2 days. It probably would have been better. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on with that. Nothing too exciting, really. Everyone's talking about coronavirus 24/7. And I guess Australia is starting to open up again, and New Zealand news is having like mixed reviews about it, and if it's too soon and what's going to happen. And I think whatever happens there will really affect how long the borders are shut here, because even though we're allowed to open more businesses in New Zealand now, there's still really no international travel. Domestic travel's opened again. Restaurants are open with safety measures in place, and contact tracing is everywhere, which is a bit of a concern. I was listening to a radio show about conspiracy theories, and they very, 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 very briefly talked about contact tracing, and that all these measures are being put in place to be monitoring people and their interactions 24/7, and how the possibility of constantly being monitored even after this pandemic is over might be a concern. And I think that it is definitely it's definitely going to happen. Like, I don't know why people are lumping that idea into conspiracy theory malarkey. The whole reason why China had so much effective contact tracing is because they were doing it before this pandemic, and I think this was just an excuse to like do it even more somehow, like even more intensely. So it's a bit of a concern if we, in the whole planet Earth, are now going off of Chinese human rights ideals in terms of monitoring and privacy. But I don't really think there's much I can do about it, other than talk about it, I guess. No one's going to be fighting it right now because we're all willingly going into it because of health and safety, public health and safety. And I knew in China, when they rolled it out more intensely, that they would make it a public health and safety issue, because it's just one of those things that people support, more even so than terrorism. Like, oh, safety against crazy people is one thing, but you can justify that that's less likely. But when it's like a crazy like virus, then that can get anyone. It can get your mom, it can get your grandma, it can get your children. All of a sudden people are like, oh, okay, I don't need privacy or freedom of movement. I can just do this. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. Not everyone seems to agree. A lot of people are just drinking the Kool-Aid and saying that it's a really good idea. So, yeah, not gonna fight it. Just be slightly annoyed about it and do nothing, which is pretty common, I think, for my generation. But that's it. Government's gonna know where you are, who you've been talking to, what you've been doing, and pretty much everything about you, forever now, really. So, yeah, it's like 1984. Welcome to the future. Crazy. Crazy times. Anyways, this is a really long video now, but I hope you enjoyed me ranting on about cars and cucumbers and global monitoring systems. Hope you're doing well. Leave a comment if you agree, disagree, have any thoughts. Let me know what you're up to. Or if you have any ideas of what other videos I can do. I feel like I keep getting ideas, but then I don't like write them down, and then I forget them. And then I just end up doing all these update videos that are just ranting on for like 13 minutes. And I don't know if that's entertaining or whatever. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. Hopefully next week I'll have more updates about the car, because I know everyone wants to know that. So thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, or not. It's a free world still, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. We're all in a simulation, I think. So cool. You take care. Bye.